Now, to another taxing issue about chocolate. What if chocolate was taxed in the same way as alcohol? That's being recommended by one doctor in Scotland to try to tackle obesity.
Yeah, so is chocolate more of a culprit than chips, for example? Is taxing really a viable solution? Well, the doctor thinks so. He's presenting to the British Medical Association today. Let's get the thoughts now of a self-confessed chocoholic, Jennifer Earle, and dietitian Laura Clark. Good morning, both. Well, let's get the views then.
Well, certainly taxing chocolate is perhaps to be very
careful. Looking at our chocoholic here, who's very svelte, might I say. How much chocolate do you eat then? How do you define yourself as a chocoholic?
Definitely eat chocolate every single day. The difference, I think one of the things that bothers me about the idea of this tax is that they're not differentiating between average chocolate that you mostly find in your supermarkets and then good quality chocolate. And so although you'll have the same calories, you don't need to eat as much, has more antioxidants in it, so you're satisfied by a much smaller amount. I probably eat, on a good day, well actually a good day is the whole size of the smaller bar there, but a normal day would be a little bit less than that.
But there is chocolate and chocolate, isn't there? There's your milk chocolate, and in fact there's what we call chocolate, which the Europeans won't, and then there's the other, the higher quality stuff too, which presumably doesn't have nearly so much sugar or fat.
But it's still calories, though. That's the thing.
But there are, high calorific content in a lot of other foods as well. We've just mentioned chips, kebabs. People have been emailing this morning. So is tax specifically on chocolate? Is that really going to be wise for people that just like a little nibble every so often?
And the thing is, if you tax chocolate, then people that are looking for that sugar or that fat fix are just going to go for some other food which is high in fat and high in sugar. So I don't think you can single chocolate out. But it is about portion size, and certainly for someone that's wanting to manage their weight, then even a small, you're looking at probably a little bit less than half of that small bar.
In fact, people are buying more chocolate now, are they, in the recession?
Definitely. I think there's two reasons why people want to eat more chocolate in the recession. Firstly, because it has chemicals in it that give you pleasure, and obviously the sugar as well. And then the second reason is because it's an affordable luxury, and I think one, I'm not so sure that adding an extra 20p to the price will make people stop buying. You're just going to make people a little bit annoyed, and it just seems crazy to me, because as Laura said, people will just switch to chips or cakes, and at least there's some nutritional benefits. I mean, there's loads of vitamins and minerals.
We've got a lot of different bars here this morning, and if we educate ourselves in thinking, right, normally we wouldn't maybe go for the milk bar of chocolate, but we've got lots of other different types here, the dark, and there's a lot more sort of chili flavoured chocolate, ginger flavoured chocolate nowadays, I keep seeing. So at those bars, what should you be looking for if you think, I want to have a healthier alternative, but I still want chocolate?
What you want to look at is to have a relatively high percentage of cocoa. So the good quality chocolate, dark chocolate, will have about 65%, 63%, start from that. And then
cost-wise, though, what's the comparison between this sort of very thin...
£2.50 for this? Yes.
Really? See, it's way more expensive per gram than this.
It is, but it might be 2 or 3 times the price, but you need half as much to feel as satisfied. Okay.
Another suggestion should be, instead of just taxing chocolate, what do you think about the idea of having a sort of what you would call a fat tax? And so extra tax on everything that's sort of unhealthy, well, or fattening anyway.
I mean, it's difficult to say. I don't think that is necessarily the answer either, but I think most importantly it's about education. It's about letting people know that chocolate is there to be enjoyed. I love chocolate, I have it often as well, but it's about knowing what's in it and how much it gives you.
So we'll quickly take some time for some emails here, because so many people have been writing in. Anthony Hunt says, last year I gave up chocolate for 6 months. During that time I lost no weight at all. Since then I joined a gym with 2 to 3 hours exercise a week. I lost 2 stone in 6 weeks while I was eating chocolate. He strongly opposes any tax.
So just remind me, how many do you put teaspoonfuls of sugar in that?
So this contains 26 teaspoons of sugar.
Right. I thought it was just a glass and a half of full cream milk.
That's all, yeah.
That's what they'd have you believe.
Well, if you're having dark chocolate, though, you've got a lot less sugar in that already. So basically, when it talks about percentage of cocoa solids in a good quality bar of chocolate, the rest is sugar. So then you get an idea of how to manage
better profit margins
sugar.
on the darker chocolate too, aren't there?
Better profit margins?
Yeah.
Oh, cocoa's not so cheap either.
By the fair trade, perhaps, and you're doing some good all round. OK, thank you guys for all your emails.
I suppose you're going to take all that now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going to go and have a party.
The big, especially the big bar.
Might be able to leave you 1 bar, maybe.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
The big one. All right, thank you both very much.
We need the sugar rush this morning. Now coming up...